Shalom, Chaverim.
Hello.
Welcome to take 3 of the Shnat Nof North.
The first one, the power cut out, and the second one, my iPad decided to stop recording halfway through.
So we switched over devices. Okay, so this week we started off on a Sunday.
No, we started, well, the last time we checked in with you, we were on Netzer Nof North. So that happened this time last week. We were all at the opening ceremony, which I think we really enjoyed, and we were at all sorts of, met all sorts of people from different sniffing. And then Asher and Becky stayed on until Monday. And I think they had a really good time.
So the way it works is that every different sniff can send, I think, 3 representatives to
Up
the
to.
Veda. Yeah, up to 3. So both LJY and RSY had their representatives, with Asher and Becky being each of the Shnatties, and then we had our movement workers and some Bogrim coming along. And the good news from the Veda was that LJY's motion, which was passed, was, worded that really weirdly, LJY had their motion passed, and it was now official that feminism is an educational platform of Netzer.
Yay!
So then,
we all were split up for the weekend. Obviously, Asher and Becky were still in Jerusalem. You guys...
Tom, Jamie and I came back to Mayona, where we saw Josh again because Josh had to stay in Mayona because he was ill.
And me and Jess went back to Lotan for the weekend and saw friends and had a good time. And we're back Sunday evening after the 7-hour journey.
So, Sunday evening...
Sunday you had, we had regular Jewish volunteering.
Yeah, we had volunteering in the morning.
And then, did you have a Hebrew lesson that year?
Yes, we did. That's when the
I
Hebrew... we were
wasn't
getting
even
confused
there.
before. So we had a Hebrew lesson with Ella, and then it turned into a dance lesson, then a cafe chat where we had to order in Hebrew. It was all a bit embarrassing, but...
And then Monday was our last time at Arab volunteering. Weird saying goodbye, but had a good time. It was a good day.
Probably one of the best times we've actually visited. We went into different classes and sat and chatted with the kids in small groups. So it was one of the first times you've really got proper one-on-one contact.
It's definitely the best day.
Also,
best day we've been at
as all we've got props here. As all the volunteering placements wrap up, we're presenting them with these nice photos of us. This was taken in Rosh Hanikra, and it was it's not a great photo, but it's the only photo where the whole group is here and no one's ill or whatever.
We're not ill that often. It just happens to be that's the one they decided to pick.
Yeah. So then that was it. And then on Monday afternoon, some of us went to Youth at Risk.
You probably know it before, but it's so children whose parents don't have a lot of money, they go to this youth club funded by the government, and it's a really, really great program, and I know we've absolutely loved being there.
Most of what the kids want to do is l'tzachek kadoregel, which is play football. So that usually takes up a few hours.
Chase us.
They like chasing Elinor and Jamie around for like 40 minutes.
It's okay when we're chasing them because we can control how fast we can go, but when they're chasing us, you get out of breath so quickly.
Cool. So that was Monday.
That evening there was two Bishvat Seder, which most of our group went to. Seemed to have a good gala dinner.
Neither of us were there, so we're only going through like reported speech, but it was apparently it was a really nice gala dinner on a local moshav, and they sang lots of Zionist Israeli songs, including the Hatikva, what you get with a Reform Zionist movement, which brings us on to Tuesday. Oh yeah. That evening, I went out for a burger with my host brother.
And I went to my host family's nephew's bar mitzvah.
We're both being adopted.
We're both being adopted.
Officially.
We're gone. It's weird. Israeli bar mitzvahs are weird. They're not all on a Saturday. They do things different, and it's like a wedding. There was a mother-son dance. It's weird.
So then on Tuesday is our teal day, so we went to the Golan Heights, where we went to the trenches and looked over the Syrian border. We had a wine tasting session.
Chocolatier made our own chocolate and had chocolate tasting and all sorts.
And then Amir bought us all little chocolate souvenir gifts.
And that day was Sarah's 20th birthday, and her grandparents joined us for the entire day and also paid for us to go for dinner that evening.
If you're watching this, Sarah's grandparents, thank you very much for footing the bill and being such great company.
You're amazing company, great people. And then we had Kef that evening for Sarah's birthday.
We had a nice quiz on everything to do with Sarah and her life and her catchphrases.
On Kahoot, which we're all in love with.
Wednesday.
Today.
Today, oh yeah. So today we had our last placement in the Jewish sector. Unfortunately, in the Jewish primary school it was cancelled today because the teacher who's in charge of us was ill.
I don't do volunteering on a Monday morning because I do dance in the evening, but I know the people who went to the high school, they got presented with a lovely photo album with all the photos of them being there, and cake and food and a t-shirt, a commemorative t-shirt.
Yeah, more merch. Getting jealous.
Dancing wasn't on this evening, so we're going to pop in to see the teacher, Sharon, tomorrow, who we're going to give her flowers and our...
And the Youth at Risk Club invited us specially back for a sending off party where...
Oh, you haven't got props.
I'll get them.
They were really cute. They had like a frozen cake, like Elsa and Anna, and they gave us these presents, which is really sweet of them.
The kids made these little boxes, these origami things which open, and inside they gave us a little note and a nice... We weren't sure if they were like hair braids or charms or something, but...
I'm going to put mine around my wrist. It's got a little owl in it.
They're really cute. We're going to miss the kids there.
They were, yeah, that is one of the best volunteering placements that I've had since here. You can tell how much we both benefit, and it's cute. Tomorrow morning, we have another Hebrew lesson with Ella. Then we have Leor. Leor's going to visit us. We're going to have a good session, and I think we've got weeklies to come.
Oh yeah, so every week, our weeks end on a Thursday, / we rotate the Rosh Hashanah on Thursdays. Only you're stuck with us for a few more days. Yeah, because big news is that this Monday we are moving to Jerusalem, and we've got a closing seminar in a hostel in Jerusalem, partially written by me, Tom and Jamie, and then... We're meeting our Southerners come Sunday.
Hello, if you're watching this. We'll see you soon.
Welcome to North's Corner. I think that's what it's called on the website. North's Corner. That does make sense, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be like a funny few days saying goodbye to everybody. But... Especially our Madrachim, our Tzeva here have been like incredible. They've been so hospitable, and nothing's been too much of a problem for them, which is great, especially when lots of things go wrong with a house, like a power cut. A power cut, which caused the first video to go. Okay. It's going on. Thanks for listening to our weekly update with me, Dan. And me, Elinor. Signing out.